Welcome in, welcome all to another edition of TGPW, the Gorilla Position Professional Wrestling, the most unprofessional professional wrestling in Fire Pro Wrestling. I, of course, am your host, the Swink, Nick Swinky. And this is the first of two events that you are going to see from TGPW in the month of May. This is Holy Diver. Of course, if you joined us last month for the TGPW title tournament, you saw Kiji Muto defeat Kenny, by God, Omega to become the first ever, the inaugural TGPW champion. And if you missed any of the TGPW title tournament shows, you can go back on the YouTube channel and watch them all. I suggest you do. I put a lot of work and time into those shows. Every tournament show is available for your listening pleasure on the YouTube. Speaking of the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share. All of that out of the way. Facebook.com/The Gorilla Position. That is our website, Facebook page. Because we, in addition to giving you all this Fire Pro Wrestling goodness, are a professional wrestling podcast. Thursday nights on Open Talk Radio, 313theflash.com and blogtalkradio.com. From 8 p.m. Eastern, that's 7 p.m. Central. That is where you can hear us, myself, the Swink, the ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. That's right, you heard me, the ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Martez Ale, the one and only Fishsticks, Steve Arrant, and Mr. 1% himself, the Amazing Turtle, otherwise known as Crooked Tortuga in the world of TGPW. All of those guys are going to be seen on this event coming your way right now. But right now, in the ring, we've got tag team action. We've got the returning Guerrillas of Destiny, G.O.D., taking on the Foundation, Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham. If you tuned into the last TGPW title tournament show, the finale episode, you saw the Foundation make their TGPW debut, successfully defeating the team of Jushin Thunder Liger and the man formerly known as Battle Pony, now known as Thunder Horse. All cap, baby. All cap when you say my name, like MF Doom. Thunder Horse, Jushin Thunder Liger, the new team up. The mentor, the mentee, were unsuccessful in defeating the Foundation. Coming your way from Ring of Honor. Foundation picked up the win. Last time we saw G.O.D. was at our February event, actually our March event, sorry. Tag Team Madness, in which they were victorious over the Super Machines. Super Martez Machine, Super Swink Machine. Wonder who they could be under those masks. They also defeated them at our first event, Guerrilla Warfare, via countout. Second time around, it was a no disqualification tornado tag. So G.O.D. have won 2 tag team matches in a row. That is why they claim to be the aces of the tag team division. They think if they can win this match here, win 3 matches in a row in TGPW, that they are the undisputed aces of the tag team division. There's a head shrinker DDT right there by Tamatonga. Referee for these matches tonight is 2 Count Lou Tufano. Our usual referee, Mike Brennan, we know, is now a member of El Gran Blanco's stable. He is on the payroll of Gran Blanco. We will see him later in tag team action. He is now known as Crooked Tortuga. Mike Brennan, referee by day, wrestler by night. Also known as the Amazing Turtle, but we now know that he is in the pocket. He is on the take, if you will. There's the gun stun. Gun stun out of nowhere. Gun stun, baby. Tribute to the machine gun, Carl Anderson. Yes, I'm standing up while doing this show, by the way. That's how excited I am for this. Ape shit right there, baby. Tango low with the ape shit on the octopus, Jonathan Gresham. But he catches him in the cross face. But Tanga grabs the ropes. Spike powerbomb by the Foundation. Crowd behind them in this one. There's the octopus hold by the octopus. Can he get the submission here? That's it! Tangaloa gives it up. Tama Tonga can't get there in time. The Foundation hand GOD their first loss in TGPW. All right, coming up next for you, we have got an 8-way elimination match. This is the first in a series of matches we're going to be doing on these next 2 shows in the month of May, because we've got not 1 but 2 shows in May. Our next show will be And Then There Was X. That'll be the next show coming up at the end of May. But continuing this show, Holy Diver, again, this is the first of a series of matches you're going to see called a spot for... Sorry, excuse me. I already botched it. A shot for a spot. It's going to be a series of elimination matches. The winners of these elimination matches will then go on to earn an opportunity against the TGPW champion, whoever that may be. But all of these guys will earn a spot. One of the winners of these elimination matches. There's going to be a series of these elimination matches. There's going to be 6 elimination matches in all. The first one will be on this show, Holy Diver. The other 5 will be on the next show we're doing in May called And Then There Was X. So the 6 winners of those elimination matches will go on to face each other in another match to determine who will get a shot at a spot. Make sense? Hopefully it does. Point is, we're doing these elimination matches to determine who is going to get a shot at the TGPW Championship. And in this one, we have 8 participants in all. We've got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, whose resume speaks for itself. We've got Big Money Moose. We've got Mr. Brodie Lee of the Dark Order. We have got Rickey Shane Page of 440. Your boy Hammer, Alex Hammerstone of the Dynasty. American Wolf Davey Richards. Tiger Style. Lee Moriarty. And White Fang himself, KENTA of Bullet Club. So the action is fast and furious in this one. Again, elimination rules in this match. This is not a scramble match where it's one fall to a finish. This is elimination rules, meaning you have to eliminate every opponent in this match. So, one man has to outlast 7 others in order to get a shot for a spot. I got it right this time. A lot of action here, so it's hard to keep track of what's going on and what to really focus on, but I'm going to try to do my best here. People have seemed to have paired off as Cody just suplexed Davey Richards out of the ring. They are countouts, so you can be eliminated by countout, disqualification, pinfall, submission, or of course knockout. All the normal rules apply to the eliminations. And again, if you're wondering what the count is on the outside, it is a 20 count on the floor in TGPW. We don't do that 10 count shit here. We do 20 counts, baby. Disqualification is at referee's discretion as well. You get a 5 count if you use an illegal object or use an illegal hold. If you do not break on 5, you will be disqualified. Now that I've gone over the rules again, you should have picked these up by now, but I'm just going over them again. Again, those are all the ways to eliminate an opponent in this match. So, this match is all about endurance. Looked like Cody was getting set up by Moose for the go to hell there, and he was saved. KENTA's got the game over locked in on Moose in the center of the ring. He could get him to tap out here. Rickey Shane Page just got sent out of the ring. Your boy Hammer with a running power slam. It looks like Shane brought in a light tube. he just got chokeslammed basically off the top by Moose. Yeah, now there's a light tube in the ring. Lariat turns Page inside out. Nice rolling elbow to KENTA. Cody plants Brodie Lee in the center of the ring, but he gets caught by Hammer and a powerbomb. In the other corner, Moriarty and Davey Richards going at it. That's a match I'd love to see. One-on-one. Now, we've seen Moriarty in TGPW in the past. He was on our first event in the opening scramble match, which he did lose. Chris Bay won that match. The rest of these guys are making their TGPW debuts. We have not seen any of these guys in TGPW before, so this is an opportunity, a golden opportunity for them to get on future cards by winning this match. There's a pin on Moose. No. That was like our first real pinfall. Cody with the Alabama Slam on Davey. Somebody's getting booed. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Cody or if it's Moose or who it is. There's a Falcon Arrow. Oh no, Shane Page kicks out. I thought that was going to be it for Rickey. Moose kicks out at 2.9. Davey had a Falcon Arrow on RSP, but he kicked out. I'm trying to figure out who the fans are booing here. It's really hard to tell. That there's a 3D by Davey Richards and Brodie Lee working together. They're trying to get rid of Hammer. Did they? No. Your boy Hammer able to kick out. Longest reigning MLW National Openweight Champion. Your boy Hammer. Got a new poster with a hammer dick on it. Again, RSP breaking out another light tube. He missed completely, though. The hit detection on these light tube shots, these weapon shots in general, aren't pretty good. You have to be pretty precise to hit the hitbox when it comes to like weapon shots, especially the light tube, I've noticed. That's a little fourth wall breaking there for you at this game. Tree of Woe, Moriarty is stuck in it courtesy of RSP, and he gets kicked in the ribs continuously. Moriarty just planted him. That could be it. No. Rope saved him. Yes, rope break is on in this match. Page's foot was on the bottom rope. Hammerstone caught in the game over courtesy of KENTA, but he escapes. Moriarty kicks out at 2.9. So far, we have not had anyone eliminated in this match yet. Russian leg sweep by Cody to Davey. Big boot by Hammerstone over there. Again, it's hard to keep track of everything that's going on right now because it's absolute mayhem with 8 guys in the ring all going at it at the same time. We got 3 guys in the corner over there, including Moriarty, who just pinned Brodie Lee, and Brodie Lee is out of there. Unfortunately, Mr. Brodie Lee has been eliminated, courtesy of Lee Moriarty. We are down to 7. 7 competitors remain in this 8-way elimination. Shot for a spot. Got it right. I was making sure. Shot for a spot. Match. The go to hell on RSP. Is that going to do it? It is. RSP goes to hell where he belongs. He is out of here. Hit the showers, you sack of shit. We are down to 6. Oh. Thank you very much, Mr. Moose. Mr. Money Moose. So Lee Moriarty, Davey Richards, Moose, KENTA, Cody Rhodes, and your boy Hammer still left in there, as Mr. Brodie Lee and Rickey Page have been eliminated so far. Again, the match will continue until every man has been eliminated. Of course, except for the last man standing, who will be declared the winner. So still a long way to go in this one. Nice pin by Lee. Moriarty. Did he get Hammer? No. Somehow Hammer able to kick out. Go to sleep on Davey, but he pins Moriarty instead. I don't get the logic there. Armbar on Moriarty. I don't know why that isn't a rope break. Davey is all up in them ropes, baby. Davey just planted. Moose drags him out. Might be going for the pin. There it is. Is that it for Moose? No. Moose kicks out at 2. Nice kick combination by Moriarty. Sleeper and the PK by KENTA. There was a collision there as Cody went down in a heap. Vicious dragon screw on Davey Richards. Now, we haven't seen Davey Richards in a wrestling ring in quite some time, but he is holding his own in there right now. Cody just hit Moriarty with his own move and just pinned him with it. Cody eliminates Lee Moriarty with his own finishing move. Insult to injury, and there's the Nightmare Pendulum by Hammerstone on Richards, but he doesn't go for the cover. Instead, he collided with KENTA, gets caught in the stretch muffler, the horse collar. And Hammerstone got caught in the game over by KENTA, and Hammerstone taps out, so Hammerstone is also out. We are down to 4. There's a release Falcon Arrow by KENTA on Davey Richards. Davey on Dream Street right now. Doesn't know where he is. Speaking of dreams, the American Nightmare from behind with a crossroads on Richards. Lariat turns KENTA inside out. I think Cody was setting up for a kick on the springboard kick or something, but he got caught by Davey with that driver. No. 2 count only. Landing with that hat rack crack. There's a cover on Moose. No. There's a crossroads over there in the corner by Cody on Davey. Davey answers back, maybe looking for the DR driver. No. Countered by Cody. Cody sends Davey for a ride into the ropes. Davey puts on the brakes as Cody plants KENTA. Cody plants KENTA. That was a sentence. Alabama slam on Moose. Cody whiffs on a drop kick on Moose, who was out on his feet. Chop block on KENTA, courtesy of Cody. Blocks the attempt at the right hand and gets slapped in the face for it from Cody. Repeated shoulder thrusts from Moose. To Davey Richards, inside cradle on Davey by KENTA. But there's a rope break. There's the DR driver. Picks him up. Moose with the go to hell, and he got him. Moose eliminates Cody Rhodes. We are down to 3. It is down to KENTA, Davey Richards, and Moose as KENTA gets thrown to the outside. We have seen a 3-way elimination match in TGPW before. That match was won by Hangman Page. There's a go to sleep on Davey and a kick to the back. DR driver on Moose. And now a sit-out powerbomb on KENTA. One of these 3 men will earn a spot for a shot. Or a shot for a spot. See, I messed it up. Damn it. A shot for a spot. Oh, man. I botched it like twice already. That's not good. Sleeper into PK. Speaking of not good. Davey with a brainbuster takes down Moose. Back and forth this one goes. No man getting a clear advantage over the other. Moose with a sit-out powerbomb on KENTA. That could be it for KENTA, and it is. KENTA is gone, but he gets caught with a tombstone by Richards. Davey, he's out of the match. Moose just ran to the turnbuckle. That could cost him. Double stop by Davey. Davey Richards, has he done it in his return to wrestling? No! Moose with a 2 count. Kick out right there. Moose has shown his dominance in this thing. Had several eliminations. There's the go to hell. That could do it, and it does. All right, we are back with another tag team matchup. 2-on-2 here. We've got some personal issues stemming over from the tournament. Coming to a boil here. As you can see, it's Rich Swann and John Moxley taking on El Gran Blanco Presentadora and his tag team partner, Crooked Tortuga, also known as the Amazing Turtle, Mike Brennan. There's a standing shooter by Richie. We had a Rickey in the last match, sorry. My mind was still on Rickey Shane Page, I guess. Swann tags out to Mox. So the story behind this one, if you are living under a rock and haven't been following TGPW so far, is that John Moxley lost to Gran Blanco in the title tournament under mysterious circumstances. He was eliminated in the second round by Gran Blanco. Moxley didn't like the fact that he felt that he didn't give up, even though the ruling, I guess, was a give up. I don't really know. Somehow, Blanco was awarded the match. Meanwhile, in the first round of the tournament, Rich Swann eliminated the Amazing Turtle, now known as Crooked Tortuga. Tortuga claims that he had the match won. He did not. He claims that he should have beat Swann. He didn't. So he has issues there. Hence, we have this tag team matchup. Moxley wanted a one-on-one with Blanco, but Blanco refused to get in the ring in a normal one-on-one setting with Moxley, only agreeing to do this tag team matchup. With Tortuga as his partner. As we know now, that Turtle is in the back pocket of Blanco because we saw him interfere in Blanco's first round match against Ultimo Guerrero, assisting him, which will lead to the victory for Blanco. Now, we've already seen Los Guerreros get their revenge on Tortuga and Tortuga's partners, the Insane Clown Posse, in a 6-man tag at our last TGPW event. The Wicked Clowns and Tortuga were eliminated. Well, not eliminated, but defeated, rather, in a 6-man tag. I believe that was at our last event, the finale show. Or it could have been the semifinals show, or rather the quarterfinal show. Either way, the Guerreros already got their revenge. Moxley and Swann looking for theirs. More so Moxley looking for his. Swann's just in here because he agreed to team with Moxley, because Moxley needed a partner for this match, because the only way Blanco would take a fight with Moxley is if it was in a tag match. He figured that no one would team with Moxley, so therefore he wouldn't have to fight Moxley, but Swann stepped up to the plate. And Tortuga wanted Swann in this match anyway. And so that's why we're here with this tag team matchup. Plus, Moxley and Swann bonded over the fact that they both hate Kenny Omega. Speaking of Kenny Omega, there's the Golden Trigger, signature move of the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Maybe that's a message to their equally hated rival, Kenny Omega. Speaking of Kenny Omega, he made it all the way to the finals of the tournament before losing to the eventual winner of the tournament and our first ever TGPW champion, Keiji Muto. Now you may be asking, when are we going to see the new champ Muto? Well, we'll see him on our next event at the end of May, and then there was X, as he will be in a non-title matchup there. Meanwhile, we've got brawling on the floor as Blanco grabs a chair or two. Roll up by Turtle. Well, Torutga. You get the idea. Sent down by Swann. Back elbow by Turtle. Drop down. Catches him with an arm drag. Rather a hip toss, rather. Arm drag, hip toss. My bad. My bad, dog. There's another golden trigger on Turtle. Blanco tried to use the old chair trick, and then he just got hit in the face for his efforts. There's the double arm DDT. Is that enough? And it is. All it took was one DDT. All right, moving on. We have the Mortal Kombat offer match. That is my best Shang Tsung impression there. It has begun. Mortal Kombat. Test your might. Ah, we should have did rounds, like round 1. Fight. But no, we do have the fight, though. We should have played the Mortal Kombat music, too, over this. My bad. Although, I might have got hit with, like, a copyright thing or whatever if we did that. Then again, who knows? Anyway, this is the Mortal Kombat offer match. As you know, Mortal Kombat Mania is sweeping the globe thanks to the release of the brand new Mortal Kombat film on HBO Max. And no, they are not a sponsor for me. But if they would like to be, please do. I would love money. Money is good. Money, which is just as good as cash. Yeah. I'm on something today. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fumes, you know, because I was cleaning a bathroom earlier, and maybe the fumes from the cleaner has gotten to my head or something. I don't know. Maybe it's that second dose of the vaccine that I took. Who knows? What I do know is that we've got Mortis versus Glacier here in the Mortal Kombat offer match. And if you do not remember Mortal Kombat Mania back in the 90s, well, kids, World Championship Wrestling tried to take advantage of the fact that Mortal Kombat was uber popular at the time by creating these characters, Glacier and Mortis, along with another guy by the name of Wrath. And they brought in Ernest Miller as well, so it was like they tried to capitalize on Mortal Kombat by bringing in these guys to basically be Mortal Kombat characters almost in WCW. I mean, it wasn't a terrible idea. It's just, you know, it's WCW, and, you know, their execution and things is just not, not always good. What I did, F5 by Mortis right there. But yeah, Mortal Kombat Mania has swept the globe again thanks to the release of the new film. I think there's some renewed interest in Mortal Kombat again. So I figured it would be appropriate to do this match. I believe the old films are getting watched again now that the new film has been released, because there's been 3 Mortal Kombat films, kids. There's also been an animated Mortal Kombat film, which I actually think you should check out if you're a fan of the Mortal Kombat series. Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge. Pretty good animated flick, if I do say so myself. I enjoyed it. There's a chronic kick. Is that it? No. The cryonic kick by Glacier. There's the Canyon Cutter. Who better? That's what he just said right there. But Yeah. Of course, the latest Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat 11. You know, Mortal Kombat went through some rough times. It went through some hard times, Daddy. But lately, there's been a resurgence in not just the video games, but also the film. There's the Flatliner. Is that it? No, 2.9 kick out. But yeah, capitalize on the craze of Mortal Kombat right now. We did this match. But also Glacier, no stranger to this channel. Karate kick. He got him. Yes, we get to hear the Glacier music. Glacier is your winner as blood runs cold. All right, match number 5 here on this show. Before we get into the whole thing here with match number 5, I do want to say, I forgot to mention this in our last match, Glacier, you know, he finished the match before I could even get to this point. Glacier, no stranger to the channel, as he has won the Shoot Fight Hardcore Invitational Tournament, SHIT, which was an MMA-style tournament that was won by Glacier. So not a stranger to the channel, but a newcomer to TGPW, and of course he picked up the win in our last match against Mortis there. And now we continue. Match number 5 is a 6-man tag team contest. It is House of Hardcore, Tommy Dreamer, Eddie Edwards, and the hardcore hipster Neil Karels taking on the Detroit Connection, Kayvon Journey, Jason Powell, and Koko T-Ware. Not to be confused with Koko B-Ware. Now, if you're not a first-time viewer of the channel, you are no stranger to Kayvon, Jason, or Koko T, as they all competed in the TGPW title tournament and competed in a 8-man tag team contest, teaming up with Mike Stover, who was also in the tournament, in a losing effort to the Hurt Business. Here they are again, this time in a 6-man tag, as they decided to team up without Stover, taking on the debuting Tommy Dreamer, Eddie Edwards, and another newcomer to the TGPW ring, hardcore hipster Neil Karels. Of course, everyone who is watching should be familiar with Eddie Edwards and Tommy Dreamer. They don't know the hardcore hipster Neil Karels yet, but they will. Oh, they will. We're going to be seeing a lot more of him in TGPW, that's for sure. Tag made to Neil Karels. He's in there now with Koko T-Ware, the leader of Kayfabe, the People's Band. He is a bass player extraordinaire. He loves to slap the bass man. Slapping the bass man. Well, he got caught in that sleeper hold there. Jason able to break it up there. Look at Kayvon over there looking good. Looking clean, brother. And he's got the shirt off because, you know, he has to show off the goods. He is the big dog, the head of the table, tribal chief. Some kind of leg lock by Koko on Karels. Karels tags out to Edwards. Powell and Edwards now the legal participants in this match. Jason almost got caught with a suplex, but suplexes Edwards all the way out of the ring. Here come Kayvon and Koko on the outside. Looked like they were making their way around, but didn't get far before Edwards was sent back into the ring. And we're going to be seeing a lot of trios matches here in TGPW. That's because all of these teams are going to be vying for the upcoming TGPW Trios Championship. That is right. Meanwhile, 2 Count Lou just got taken out. Eddie Edwards, I believe, ran into 2 Count Lou Tafano, and now 2 Count Lou is busted open. I don't know if Edwards ran into him or if Kayvon sent Edwards into him. Either way, Edwards and 2 count collided, and now 2 count Lou Tufano is busted open. Unbelievable. But look at 2 count Lou. He doesn't care. He's going to continue this match anyway. That's how tough 2 count Lou Tufano is. He's going to referee this match with a busted open forehead. Macho's son, K-Von Journey, in there now. We are going to be seeing his father, the Macho Ghost, the ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, later on in our semi-main event. Is going to be teaming up with another one of the illegitimate children in Bayley in tag team action against the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and the boss, Sasha Banks. It'll be boss time later, but right now is the time for this 6-man tag team match. House of Hardcore, Detroit Connection. Again, a win here would go a long way towards impressing the TGPW Championship Committee, the booking committee, the championship committee, whatever you want to call them. I don't know why I suddenly sound like a game show announcer, but a win here would certainly impress the committee and go a long way towards deciding who is actually going to be participating in that trios tournament. Yes, there's going to be a trios tournament, but unlike the TGPW title tournament, there is not going to be 32 teams. It's going to be limited more to, I want to say, 16 teams in all. And if you're a fan of the channel, you know this is not the first time there's been a trios tournament on the channel. We have had the T3, that trios tournament before, which was won by Stronghearts, El Lindemann, Shima, and T-Hawk. Actually, no, it was not T-Hawk, it was Shigehiro Irie. Shigehiro Irie, Shima, and El Lindemann was the Stronghearts team. They won the tournament, so because of the fact they won the T3, they are automatically entered into TGPW Trios title tournament. But there are limited spots is what I'm trying to say. And a win here by one of these teams will no doubt, if I were on the committee, I would think that a victory by one of these teams would earn them a spot in the Trios tournament as well. So keep your eye on Trios matches in the coming weeks and months in TGPW, because some of these matches will determine who is going to be participating in the tournament. And Detroit Connection, you know they want to get a spot. And this being Neil Karels' debut, he wants to make a good first impression and win this match. But also his partners, Dreamer and Edwards, would like to win as well, because then they could get a spot in the tournament as well. We know Karels will be part of TGPW. We don't know if Edwards and Dreamer will be permanent fixtures in the promotion, though. Regardless of what happens here, we will be seeing Karels as a regular in TGPW is what I'm trying to say here. So get used to the hardcore hipster and get used to him doing stuff like that with that leaping forearm to the face of Koko. Spike powerbomb by Neil and Edwards. I believe Eddie is the legal man here. Yes. It's Eddie and now Jason. I think Jason was thinking about that elbow drop. Seems like there's a little bit of a miscommunication here between the Detroit Connection so far as a team, because they seem to not be able to get on the right page. Caught him napping with a roll-up pin. Is that it? No! I thought that would be it right there. It's very, very close to being a 3 count. That would have been disaster for the Detroit Connection. Like I was saying, it feels like there's some communication issues so far between these guys. They can't seem to get on the right page right so far. Like, we saw it earlier right there in the corner where Powell was trying to go up top to do the elbow drop at least 3 times, and Koko was still continuing to attack his opponent. Like, they can't seem to be, can't seem to develop any kind of cohesion as a team. Cradle pile driver by Dreamer on Kayvon, who's not even the legal man. Jason tags into Koko. Dreamer is now the legal man. Uncle Tommy in there now. He fights off the 2-on-1 disadvantage and goes to work on Koko. Koko T getting fired up, baby. There's a Koko butt. Off the ropes. And they clunk heads. Both men down now. Moves back to their feet first. They both get back up to their feet first. Russian leg sweep by Dreamer. Just a left hand right to the neck. Nothing fancy there. There's that brain buster, the bird buster, if you will, by Koko T. My fine feathered friend sends Dreamer into the buckle. Dreamer in a whole heap of trouble right now. As the big dogs tagged in. Nice double drop kick. They're starting to put it together, it looks like. There's a spear by Kayvon. And a DDT. I thought he would go for the cover, but no. Continuing to deal out punishment to Tommy Dreamer here. And if we know one thing about Dreamer, we know Dreamer loves pain. I wouldn't know if he say that he loves pain, but he's definitely a glutton for punishment. Thank you, sir. May I have another? As Karels is tagged in. Neil in there now just got spine bustered. Spine bustered? Is that a word? I don't know. If it is, it is. If it isn't, I just made it up. Forearm smashes in a drop kick by Neil. Neil looked like he was building some momentum here, but the big dog cut him off. Looking for the spear. There it is. Center of the ring. Leg hooked. No. Uncle Eddie and, Cousin Eddie and Uncle Tommy there to save Neil. Kayvon tags out to Koko. Kayvon, Koko. There's a bird buster on Dreamer. They're the legal men, and they got him! Edwards just got a pile driver from Jason for good measure. Detroit Connection win their first match as a team. Here we go with match number 6. This is a no disqualification grudge match, and right away, I didn't even get through the damn intro before Jim Ross decides to break out the frickin' fork, and there's a stunner. Is that it? My God, it's a stunner. Oh my God. Oh, it's a crimson mask. Can I get through my fucking intro? All right, it's Marty Drip Drip versus bad old JR, Jim Ross, in a no disqualification grudge match here. We have seconds at ringside. It is death by Snu-Snu. Camille and Jade Cargill in the corner of Marty. That's the move that he used to beat him in the last time. And in the corner of Jim Ross is the bad girl, the super bad girl, Penelope Ford. These two met in a tag team match at Tag Team Madness, where Marty Drip Drip and Trish Stratus were defeated by Jim Ross and Penelope Ford. Ross forcing Martez to give up to the testicular claw, as we saw that earlier in this match. In that match, we saw Ross use underhanded tactics throughout, including using a fork to bust open Marty, and he's already done that in like the first 2 fucking minutes of this match. I apologize for my language here, folks. But that's just this Jim Ross brings it out of me. This is not the good old JR that we all know and love. This is bad old JR. We can see that he is resorting to underhanded tactics to try and win this match. You can't use the chair illusion. It is no disqualification, Jim. Can't get a cheap win that way. Shoulder tackle, is that enough? 2 count. Marty is losing a lot of blood right now. Marty drip in a whole heap of trouble. This could be over before it even gets started, folks. Because Ross just came out right from the bell like an absolute wild maniac. Bringing out the fork, hitting the stutter, busting him open with the fork. Just unrelenting assault by bad old JR. There's a giant swing. My God. He's making him bleed. He may make him puke all over the ring, and that is it. Just like that, Marty drip is done. The testicular claw again. Jim, let go. Damn it, let him go. Stop it. This man has a family. Well, I was checking the battery power on the controller. I didn't mean to do that during the video, but... Oh well, here we are. Semi-main event. The ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, teaming up with his illegitimate daughter. It's Bayley versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. And his partner, it's boss time. The boss, Sasha Banks. Yes, this is our semi-main event tag team matchup right here. And there it is. The sometimes rivals, sometimes friends. Sasha Banks and Bayley going at it right here. We've seen Sasha Banks already in TGPW. She was in the first round of the tournament, losing to Utami Hayashishida. She is back here, this time teaming with Ted DiBiase, who is also making his debut. They are taking on the Macho Ghost, who made it all the way to the semifinals before losing to the eventual winner of the tournament, Keiji Muto. And he is also a regular in TGPW, has been here since the beginning, has been a part of this channel as well in the past. Will continue to be so long as I keep doing this channel. That's for sure. But Bayley making her debut. First time we're seeing Bayley here in TGPW. Probably not the last either. As we've seen basically the entire Macho family so far here. We've seen the Macho Ghost. We've seen Bayley. We've seen Jason, who we saw earlier in this match. We saw the Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. We'll be seeing him again soon. Really, only missing probably one member of the Macho family. And that's the First Lady of Pro Wrestling, if you will. Miss Elizabeth, yeah. Probably the only one missing from the Macho fam. That we have not seen so far in TGPW, but here we are. Like I said, Macho Ghost did extremely well in the tournament, making it all the way to the semifinals, but could not defeat Keiji Muto. But there's no shame in losing to Muto because he was the eventual winner of the tournament. But Macho Ghost, very close to being the winner of the tournament, and he would be the only member of the Gorilla Position podcast to make it to the finals. If he could have, it would have been the TGPW champion. He was that close to winning the tournament. But close, as they say, only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, brother. He came up short against the eventual winner, Muto, But it won't be the last time, I'm sure, that the Macho Ghost will challenge for the title. And Macho Ghost, prior to that, had won every single match in TGPW that he had been a part of. He was victorious back at Tag Team Madness in his tag team match, teaming with Black Machismo against Jake the Snake Roberts and Lance Archer. He was victorious in the first show, the Guerrilla Warfare episode of TGPW, where he defeated Nick Aldis in a 2 out of 3 falls match and 2 straight falls. Clean sweep, 2-0. Aldis had no shot. Macho Ghost dominated him. The NWA champion, Nick Aldis, and we haven't heard from the National Treasure ever since. Kind of shut that man up. He hasn't dared show his face in TGPW since then. Like I said, Banks making the 1 appearance, losing in the first round of the tournament. So this is only her 2nd appearance. Everyone else in this match making their 1st appearance. Macho go for broke there with the elbow, but DiBiase, of course, knows Macho goes very well. Saw the elbow coming, got out of the way. There's the patented DiBiase fist drop. DiBiase and Macho have met before, obviously. WrestleMania 4 in the finals of the tournament. The Macho Man defeated DiBiase to become the WWF champion for the first time. Of course, Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan were involved in that match. Nevertheless, Macho Ghost had to go through a grueling tournament, and he was the one to get the 3 count and the win and the title. And that was nearly a 3 count there on that cross body by Bayley. Of course, DiBiase would team up with Andre the Giant as the Mega Bucks at SummerSlam. They would face the Mega Powers, the Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan, with Miss Elizabeth in their corner. Elizabeth pulling off of her skirt, I guess, causing a distraction, allowing the Mega Powers to win that match. I think Bayley is the legal participant in this match. She's in danger of getting counted out here. She gets back in at 18, avoids the count out. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Macho Man went to work on Sasha Banks, just beating her down. Bayley with a Rainmaker pose. The Bayley Maker! Oh, I popped for that one. That was good. Macho drops the elbow. But the ropes were there to save DiBiase. You also saw Banks coming in to try and break it up to save the match for her team. Macho again with the elbow. This time hits it clean. But there's Banks, as I said. Macho probably should have dragged DiBiase out of his own corner. There's the Banks statement on Macho Ghost. But Banks is not the legal person in this match. So that would not have counted if Macho Ghost would have tapped out. Regardless, that was not a tap out. That wasn't even a legal submission. That is, though. And that is it! Unbelievable! Sasha Banks. Listen, folks, I know our main event is up right now, but I just got to talk about what we just witnessed. I mean, Sasha Banks defeated the Macho Ghost. She made him tap out. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm still in shock over this. But here we are in the main event. It is Fishsticks Mania. Steve Arrett taking on Nia Jax of the Alliance to End Steve. And he was not even supposed to be here tonight. What is he doing here? The evil genius Aaron Xavier is at ringside and in the corner of Nia Jax. Listen, Aaron Xavier is going to make his debut on our next event. Big boot! Was looking for the leg drop. Nia Jax back to her feet. He's going to make his debut on our next event. But he was not scheduled to be here at this show. But there he is at ringside in the corner of Nia Jax. Now we know that Nia Jax and Eric Xavier are part of this alliance that's been formed. But nobody told him to be here. And he shouldn't be here at ringside, but yet here he is. Eric Xavier. I mean, he looks dapper in his suit and all, but he has no business being out here, quite frankly. Listen, I know we had the no DQ match with the seconds at ringside, but that was already agreed upon. Aaron Xavier was not supposed to be out here, but yet here he is, in the corner of Nia Jax, and now you have to wonder if he's going to play a factor in this match. There's a lariat and a cover, just a 1 count. And we've seen various evil forces at work against Steve Arndt all throughout TGPW. They've been trying to get rid of him. Nice. Goes for a cover as Jax missed the splash in the corner, trying to take advantage, going for a win. Spinebuster by Jax. We've seen several forces at work against Steve Arndt all throughout TGPW's tenure. And now we have a literal alliance that has been formed by various wrestlers against Steve Arndt. There's a little flip-flop and fly, if you will. Bionic elbow. Another cover, 2, and no. I don't know how that wasn't rope break. Jax throws him to the outside. We're on the floor now. Oh. They both go down. And listen, Steve Arndt, fan favorite here at TGPW, but we know on the gorilla position, he likes to be very outspoken with his opinions, and sometimes his mouth gets him into trouble. And there's that saying, you know, sometimes your mouth writes checks that your ass can't cash, I guess is the saying. But you know what? For the most part, he's been able to back up his words. There's a spear, and that could be it. You can see Xavier trying to distract the referee. He had the 2 count before Lou finally noticed him on the apron. Now Jax has got the cover, but Xavier was still tied up with the referee, so he actually was a detriment there to her. And there's a spear, but just a 2 count. Let's see, Xavier is still lurking out there. You know, he's plotting something. Always plotting. I mean, they call him the evil genius, for Christ's sake. Oh, the gears are always turning. Spinebuster, but a rope break. But for the most part in TGPW, I'd say that Steve has been able to back up his words in the ring. And yes, he lost to Shamrock in the steel cage match in our first show, but got his win back in a tag team match where he defeated Shamrock and Leo Rush. And there's a spear, that's a critical, and Nia Jax is out. Steve-A-Mania still runs wild, because Steve-A-Mania must pose, brother. Yeah. Steve Arndt defeats Nia Jax despite the presence of Aaron Xavier in 12 minutes, 25 seconds via knockout. And that, folks, is going to do it for this edition of TGPW, the Gorilla Position Wrestling, the most unprofessional professional wrestling in Fire Pro Wrestling. I, of course, am your host, The Swink. We'll be back with our next episode entitled, And Then There Was X.